Hello, people of the internet. So we're starting a new project. Went to Harbor Freight the other day and, bought one of everything. And so going to be working on some stuff. No, I didn't buy that much. But basically, I've been wanting a new welding cart. My trusty has been around for a long time. And it's a makeshift cart to begin with. All freebie stuff that I got just made work. But I decided I wanted something a little different. And I really wasn't happy with any of the mass-produced carts. They were either too big for what I wanted. Like some of them are designed to hold, 3, 4 welders, plasma cutters, stuff like that. Or they were the opposite end. They would hold my welder and plasma cutter, but really they didn't provide enough storage for everything else. So went back and forth about building my own and things like that. And I kind of got it in my head and started doing some research on using a roll chest. Not a tool cart, a roll chest. I know some guys like tool carts, I found through my research. I don't like that. I don't like the fact the top opens. I want something with a fixed top where I can set the equipment. And so that's what I settled on. We have the US General Series 3. What is this? This is 27-inch roll cabinet. Multi-drawer. Pretty decent casters on these. I'm pretty sure everybody knows the deal on them. I put the handle and the swivel casters on this end. There's probably a mistake. I think I'm going to want to change these out and put 4 swivel casters on it instead of just the two fixed and the 2 swivels that it come with.
Welder oil.
Welder oil. So first things, you got to have a place to do bottles. Bottles are going to go on this end of the cart. I have fabbed up this. I'm waiting for 2 more of these. They should show up today. And what I'll do is drill some holes, put some nutserts in, and set this down here. That'll be the base for the bottles. And then further up this way, I'll put 2 more, and that'll strap all the bottles in. This is one of my random bits, like over there on the wall. It's going to get drilled and set down here. I'm going to reuse these 2 factory nutserts, then put 2 more in at the top. That's going to be fire extinguishers are going to go in that, and then I'm probably also maybe going to put some of my weld through primer and stuff like that. Just have a couple cans right there where I can just grab at it. The units are going to go up here. The welder is going to sit here and come out. And then I don't know exactly what direction or how I'm going to face the plasma cutter, but the plasma cutter is going there. Hoses and cables will hang here. And I have plenty of drawer space. I think this top drawer here should be big enough. I'm going to try to put my spool gun in it. I don't use my spool gun currently, and that's actually part of the reason why I'm doing a dual tank setup, is because I want a straight argon tank to go with my mixed tank.
Handle.
Yeah, it's got a spot for a handle, but we're not using it. I should have enough space for my clamps, my accessories, things like that, since I do hang, since I have kind of outfitted everything a little bit differently. I've got, my masks and stuff hang up. Well, you can't hardly see it. Masks and stuff hang up on that rack. A lot of expendables like wire and replaceable parts are in those 2 bins. But yeah, it'll eliminate that guy. And it's kind of a shame because I don't know if I'm going to be able to put my 200-year-old goggles must be worn sign. That actually came off of an old stick welder. Old Palcon stick welder we had in the shop, and I just kept it. But it's time to retire that guy. It's time to work on this guy. And so since everybody knows how to drill holes and do nutserts, I'm going to get some stuff drilled out and put together, and then we will be back. All right. And so, sorry, hit a button. Don't know what I'm doing. All right. So there's nothing in the world like taking a brand new toolbox and drilling holes in it so that you can get nutserts in there. Now, the factory nutserts are metric, and I went back and forth, and I decided to just use metric for the 2 nutserts. that I used on either side to go up here. These are 8mm. I don't remember, 8mm something, and these ended up being 6mm by 1. But ran a little aluminum strap in front here. You know, I'm not doing any off-roading in this cart, so these guys they'll roll around, and I'm sure they'll fall, you know, that way and stuff. But for the most part, I even have a slightly larger fire extinguisher, but I can get fire extinguishers up here. I can get weld through up here, and that'll be nice. The drawer opens and closes. I do believe I didn't take this drawer out, but I did look through, and it does seem to, I don't know if you can tell, but it does seem to be like double wall construction. So that's pretty good. These things have come a long way over the years. I've always been a proponent of the US General boxes, even 15, 20 years ago, because they were just cheap and they worked. This one, you know, same thing, hopefully. So, still got to get this guy mounted. I don't know if I'm going to stick, I probably ought to just stick with the metric theme and just keep everything metric, fastener-wise from here on out. And like I say, these factory riv nuts here, this your handle option, and then down here they are metric. So maybe just for the ease of me having to get tools if I ever had to do anything with it, I'll just do that. I don't know. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to get this guy mounted. Like I said, I'm still waiting on the post office. Need 2 more of those. But then we can start moving stuff over even without that. And we're back. It's a new day. I had to pause. My riv nut tool that I've been using forever is a squeeze type, hand grip style. It's like a rivet gun. It's similar to a hand riveter. It's not the big like 2-handle Y pull unit. And I just had to order one of those because yeah, I wasn't getting those the nut certs for the 8mm. No, just couldn't. 6mm, do all day. Quarter, 5/16, 3/8. Those were always a bit tricky. If I was standing on top of it, I could do it, but trying to do it sideways. So had to order a new tool. Got here today. Got riv nuts in. Let's see where we're at. So this is basically, there we go. This is basically what we're looking at. I still got to get my other bottle on here. I still got to get the equipment on here. And I have gone through the drawers, but that'll be, you know, there we go. See, it's just 2 straps, top and bottom, with a little plate to hold the bottom, and it's on there okay. I don't think it's going anywhere. It didn't like pull everything down. And if I find that I need something stronger later, I'll do that. I think these came in pairs, and I want to say they were like $15 or $18 a pair, maybe 20. It was somewhere between $15 and $20 a pair. So I mean, not really in it a whole lot. Everything's fine. The straps are, you know, long enough you could wrap the box 4 or 5 times with them. But yeah, so I need to drag that cart out through all my kids' stuff and over here. Start figuring out how I'm going to set up equipment. I got to get the plasma cutter out and figure out how it's going to go on here as well. And I start hanging cables, doing other things, moving bottles. So let's go get some stuff, and we'll come back when we've actually accomplished something. Okay, so that's what we got. A couple magnet clamps. Got the plasma cutter and the welder next to each other. I bought a bunch of these magnetic units. This one with the torch for the welder and the one with the torch for the plasma cutter are fixed. These rods are just stuck. These ones here though, like obviously it's on a little pinch clamp, so it pivots this way, but you can there's some flexibility to these, so you can kind of form them and shape them. So you can't see it, but like this one, it's having an issue because of how the plasma cutter stores in this box. You know, the wires and stuff get a little kinked because of how you have to twist them. It's not a nice loop like this. So I was having an issue. Well, then I could just kind of come in and bend the arms up a little bit and get that tension on there and stopped having the issue. Important. Door opens and closes fine. Sorry. And there is nothing, you know, it's just the mat that comes on top of here. Other bottles on, everything's in place. I could use a shorter gas line. This is what came with the welder. It works. Wide plate. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, yeah. I'm probably not the person to give that advice. 2 extinguishers. All my weld through. Now, the key thing that I personally, this is what I personally enjoy about this. So, drawer number 1. Spool gun. Glasses. Stick lead, spool adapter for the wire, top cap for the bottle, brushes, igniter, backing, and it's actually a jig for, you know, the arrow signs you get on the highway and stuff like that. Municipalities use them, or they'll have the arrow go this way, or they'll tell you, you know, road work. For some reason, all of ours at where I used to work, the pinpoints would rot out. So that's the jig to weld washers in to get the pinpoints back in place. Clamps with space. Look, with space. Clamps, again, not overly crowded or anything. Holy shit. You ever seen that, folks? Empty drawer in a toolbox.
That was in the garage.
Little helper came back, but future me. I mentioned that this thing's got an empty drawer, and I was trying to find a place to go with the fixture pieces for that, and there you go. The welding table fixture pieces fit all in there. So everything's neat, everything's orderly. I still like it. I'm excited. I'm happy. This is great. Okay, get out, have fun, do what you want. Gloves and sleeves. And welding blankets. All right. I actually really like the way this came together. This is kind of the way I want a welding cart, and it rolls good. I mean, it really does. I think I do want to get 4 swivel casters instead of just the 2, like I said, but it rolls really good. Everything's in place. Everything's nice. Flipping the camera. So, yeah, probably not the way everybody would do it. I like it. This is perfect for me. Everything fits. It tidies up my area a little bit. I got a couple things left to take out of the plasma box, and then I can throw the box up in the overhead, and if I ever need to tote the plasma cutter anywhere, you know, I still got the box. I can put it in there, because I really do like this particular plasma cutter setup that I bought because of that box. Just don't need it anymore. I don't need it to sit in the box taking up space on the floor where stuff's getting pushed and pushed and pushed. You know how it is, right? I really like it. Not a whole lot invested in it. You know, had to buy a new rib nut tool. Had to buy a couple bottle strap kits, and obviously had to buy the toolbox. I got real lucky. Harbor Freight was sending out, we want your business back. Here's a 25% off coupon. And it was just one of those deals where, you know, it was perfect. It came in at the right time. I was ready to buy some stuff anyway. And so I got 25% off the box. So, but that's a pretty good deal. Look for your Harbor Freight coupons. Maybe let your inside track expire and give it a couple months before you do anything. Because ever since mine expired about a year ago, I get one of those 25% off coupons like once a quarter. So, you know, I won't get it now. I signed back up, but it's maybe worth letting it expire for a couple of months to see if you get the coupon. Might not be. They might stop. Somebody might report me for telling you this. Who knows? But get out, have fun, go do something you like. Till next time.